Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't posted in a while, and if you are new here, my name is Joe D'Agostino. This is Joe D'Agostino Photo, where I talk a lot about camera gear and technique. So if that's the kind of stuff that you like, you're in the right spot. What I want to talk to you today about is a camera that Fuji lent me. Full disclosure, they didn't say I had to do anything about it. I reached out to my contacts at Fuji and I said, hey, I want to take a look at that new X-E5. And they were nice enough to send it over. So they sent over the X-E5 with the new 23mm 2.8. I'll do that little YouTube thing where I stick it in front and hopefully face detection shuts off and you can see the beauty of the camera right here. What's up with the Fuji X-E5? Now, I've owned the X-E4, which coincidentally I got from Fuji as well. And this is with the 27mm 2.8. I like this camera. I like this camera a lot. I've owned probably every version of the X100. Sold those off when I started migrating over to the Leica Q3. And the one camera that I did keep was the X-E4. Right off the bat, what I want to do with this video really is kind of just show you kind of both cameras side by side. I'm not going to go into the specs, and you guys all know where they are. You can read them. Man, this mic is really pulling my shirt down. You guys can all read the specs. Not a big deal. You can find them online. It's better than listening to me. But I just wanted to say like a first impressions video and one major gripe, which I'll get to in a little bit in this video. So as you can see right here, the X-E4 and the X-E5 are somewhat similar in their design. However, there are some key things that I take away from this. Number one, this camera is a lot chunkier. It's a little bit more beefed up. It feels heavier in the hand. It's definitely thicker. It has more of a pronounced grip here than the X-E4 does. The X-E4 is like that flat, like an M style camera. There is no badging on the front like there is on the X-E4. The X-E4 has the logo right here in the front, where the X-E5 has it on the top. What you have on the top here is FUJIFILM. They kind of put them both together, but they both have that, that threaded shutter button on the top, and everything else is pretty much the same. All the button and dials in the back are absolutely the same, except for now you do have a control wheel in the front as well as the back, where on the X-E4 you do not. And the only other difference, honestly, is where they put the Q button. On the Q button, it was kind of tough to get to on the X-E4. It's kind of right here on the top, kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you have that thumb wrist on there. The X-E5 has the Q button right here on the side. I don't know that it's any better to get to. Well, it's better to get to, but you still can't feel it. It sits very flush, but it's there nonetheless. And you do have a custom function button on the top here, the same as the X-E4 has that same button right there on the top. But the only addition that you have in terms of dials is that one on the back, and now you have that film simulation dial. Now, this is like a love or hate thing with this camera. And, for me, I understand it. A lot of people dedicate their life to the Fujifilm ecosystem and they do all the recipes, myself included. I think they're fun. It's fun to kind of mess with. And if you're a JPEG shooter and you're not really into editing and you just want to post quick and you're just into social media, I think the Fujifilm ecosystem makes sense for people. But for me, someone who really loves photography because I love to edit, I love to look at my images on a larger screen and manipulate the color to the way that I feel emotionally, not just the way that I want a camera to process color for me. It really doesn't do anything for me. I think it's a cool idea that they have given you 3 custom dial options on the top, as well as all the other ones that are seen through the window. But you can kind of get the same idea with here. I have this button, dedicated as my custom film simulation, so I can go through all the ones and they are kind of the way that I want them set up. So I think it's a cool idea. I think it adds to the vintage flavor of this. I'm not going to down them for it. I think it's cool. But again, nonetheless, Is it gimmicky? I don't know that it's gimmicky. I get why they did it. I understand it. But it's not for me. I'm not a JPEG shooter, so it kind of is wasted because I always end up just pulling the RAWs anyway and kind of editing off of that. What about this lens? The lens is very similar to the 27, albeit it is a little taller. Now I do have the sun shade on the front there. I can take that off real quick for you guys just so you can kind of see. But it is still a thicker lens. Sorry if my face is still showing on this. It is a thicker lens there. I almost forgot, there is a Bluetooth button now on the bottom of the X-E5, but it still takes the same battery and it's still one card slot, same as the X-E4. So, oh, I almost forgot. I mean, I'm forgetting a lot of things because and I can defend myself on why I forget this. You also have a la X100, the focusing, manual, consistent, and single. Right here on the side, you have that lever. On here, you have to do it in the menu. But the lenses, they are very similar. The 23 is still a little thicker. It's got nice clickiness. It's very smooth. Is it as smooth as the 27, or is the 27 smoother? 27 feels a little looser, not as refined in the clicks. The clicks are a little harder of a click, where, yeah, a little smaller, a little more dampened. The focusing ring, I would say, is very similar. They're not that bad at all. The front elements look to be about the same on both. So, you know, that's going to be kind of the same. And I believe they are both they're both 39 millimeters in diameter. So same filters. You know what else is the same? The focusing. And now I'm going to get into the negatives and why I'm defending myself on not really giving you like the best data on this camera is because honestly, Fujifilm gave it to me for, I don't know, an X amount of time. I used it one time and I haven't used it since because I hate to say it, I'm not a fan. I think I like the X-E4 better. And now I'm not going into like all the things that it could do for video and everything like that. You know, I'm not going into the file structure, 40 megapixels or whatever this is. That's great, awesome, cool. Don't need 40. Some of you may, and that's fine for those of you that do. You know, the 26 in this is plenty for me. In many cases, I shoot a lot of cameras that have even less. This is 24. The TL2 is 24. I have a CL, that's 24 as well. I even have the Leica Deluxe 8, which is only 16. And I love this camera. I think it's amazing. What don't I like about this? Number one, you know, Fujifilm said that they changed their focusing, and I would hope so. Where we are now with, you know, cameras, focusing should be really, really good, right? Why? Can you guys hear that? Why am I still hearing this? I don't understand why that's a thing in 2025, especially with all the technological advances that Fujifilm make. I don't know if they're doing it with their focusing. Is it a little smoother? Like it's hunting. And when I'm focusing on this, it's pulsating. And it's still really, I don't know if you guys are picking that up. It's still noisy. It's just as noisy as it was on the X-E4. Now, you could say, well, that's not the camera, that's the lens. Okay, good, it's the lens, but this is a brand new lens. This lens just came out. It's a 23-2.8. Why is it noisy? Here's a 23 f2 with the Leica CL, okay? That's the beep for the focusing. No noise. And if there is a little noise from the motor, it's very, very low. It's not mechanical sounding. It's very smooth, a la Leica, like all their lenses. And albeit, probably a little quicker too. And this is a camera, I think, don't quote me. I want to say 2016, 2017 tech. And here we have one that just came out and it's noisy and it hunts. I can't forgive that. That's flaw number one. And that's one of the reasons why like the camera just annoys me. You get it with the X-E4 too, but the X-E4 is not the X-E5. The X-E5 is a brand new camera. And I think the AF is marginally better. Marginally, if that. So here we are, and my exposure's beeping. This is probably not the best time to do. I didn't even set up my lighting that great, so forgive me. I just wanted to push this video out because Fujifilm's like, hey, can you send the camera back? Gladly. I hate to bash them. I'm a fan of Fujifilm. I like some of their stuff, but I just don't know what they're doing here. The other issue that I don't like, and I'm going to show you guys this, is, again, I don't know what processor they're using. I believe they are using, the newest and greatest that they have in all their other cameras, but it is a very slow camera to review photos. Now, maybe that's not important to you, but for me, it just disturbs my workflow. So let's just see how long this takes to show a photo, to do image display. I'm gonna hit the play button now. There it is. That takes forever. And what's even worse, when you're gonna go back to shoot, it takes the same amount of time, almost. I'll hit the top shutter button, half press, to get back to image. And here we go now. There it is. Why does that take so long? I don't understand that. If I go on the X-E4 and I do the same thing, here we go, X-E4, play. There it is. There's the image. Hit the top button, shutter button, half press. You ready? 1, 2, 3. And there it is. It takes forever on this camera. I can't understand why. I did not mess with any of the film simulations. You used to have a problem with the film simulations when you would, add clarity to your images. It would take a while to process, but that was processing, not displaying images. This camera takes forever to display images. Now you could say, okay, well, I'll get to that, my point in a minute. Let's go with tech from 2016, 17. Let's go from tech, old tech, okay? And 1, 2, 3. Oh, look how quick that was. And half press the button, 1, 2, 3. And I'm back on. 1, 2, let me focus. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Okay. Let's go with even a camera that maybe, I know that these cameras are kind of the same, but, this is a camera here that is more, image-based, as far as like a cell phone. I hit this top button here for play. And 1, 2, 3. Quick. Not as quick as the CL. The TL2 is a little slower. And half press the button. 1, 2, 3. And we're back to go. Now your argument may be, Joe, those are 26 megapixel cameras or 24 megapixels. Of course they're going to go a lot quicker than a 40 megapixel camera. Okay, that's your argument. I'm going to just dispute that in a second. Let's go with the Hasselblad X1D Mark II. Not the X2D, the X1D Mark II. So again, an older camera, older tech, 50 megapixels, so 10 megapixels more, plus a larger sensor and older tech. All right, let's go in with that. Let's turn the camera on. And this is a 50 megapixel file. These are nothing photos. I'm just showing you the screen here. Here's the back of the screen. Let me put it on live here. And here's the play button. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3. Even quicker. 1, 2, 3. All day. Play. Live. Play. Live. Why does this camera take the X-E5 again? Play. Here we go. There it is. Half press. There it is. Play. There it is. Play. There it is. It's too long. And again, maybe that's not a big deal for you. Maybe you're like, well, I like to slow down in my photography. It's just, it's mind-boggling. It's annoying. Now, Maybe it's a software thing. I don't know. I'm not trying to bury them, but I'm going off of first impression. This came right from Fujifilm to me. I changed nothing on the camera. I shot it as it was. I didn't set up any parameters. I didn't set up anything else. I looked over the camera as far as the menu structure to make sure that somebody before me didn't have something set up all wonky. They didn't. Everything is kind of set the same. Right now the camera's like clunking around. I don't get this. I'm sorry, I just keep dragging on and on about it. My phone's beeping. I wanted to make this video really quick. I'm going to cut it off because it's getting long and it's getting redundant and stupid. Fujifilm is kicking out more and more cameras, newer and newer cameras. And a lot of, Fujifilm had a lot of, back and forth about their autofocusing system a little bit while back with the new XH series cameras. And everybody said that they got better. Some of them say that there wasn't much of a difference. The last new Fujifilm camera that I've owned is the X-E4. I haven't bought any Fujifilm cameras since this camera, and I don't see myself buying any more. This is fine because this is in some ways faster than the brand new tech that's in the X-E5. The files are just fine. My older tech is running quicker with less hunting in the focusing and quicker image display. I'm not an image display guy. I'm not a guy that, shoots and, has it on the display in the back of the screen. But there are times where I want to say, hey, let me check to see if I need to adjust my exposure. Let me see if I need to check my angles a little bit differently. And for me to sit there and 1, 2, 3, 4, there it is. Oh, okay, no, let me go back. Hit the play button, hit the live button, hit the shutter to go back to shooting. 1, 2, oh, there it is. It's just too long. It just disrupts the flow of everything. I want a camera to work. And it hunts, it makes this mechanical noise with the lenses. Why are older lenses quieter than brand new lenses? It's obviously their motor, I think they use a stepping motor. It's way too loud, and I don't understand why they're still hanging on to this stuff and they haven't resolved it. There are some lenses that are a little more quiet. The 16-2.8 isn't as loud as the 27, but the 27 and the 23 are just the same. They're the exact same steppy, jittery, focus hunting motors and with a real loud mechanical whine, and it's distracting. So this camera's going back. Sorry, Fujifilm. I love you guys. I really hope that at one point, maybe you'll come out with something that really pulls me back into the ecosystem. That would be a new version of the X70. People have been crying for that camera for a long time and nobody seems to want to make it. And people say, well, you have the XM5. No, make an X70 again, please. And quiet down the motors and make it quicker. Make it just react quicker. I'm sorry this video is all over the place. As you know, I do not script my videos. I just talk to the camera as it is. And believe me, I was about to put this thing in a box and not even make a video, but I go, you know what? Maybe somebody else is seeing something and I'm not. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Sorry if the lighting is a little bit mixed here. I'm kind of outdoors and I got these lights above me. I just was doing my thing. Okay, until then, this one goes in the box back to Fuji for somebody else to enjoy it, hopefully. I think it is a cool camera. It does have its pros, but those are the cons that I found. Hopefully that helped you. Hopefully. What the hell's a hopefully? Hopefully that helped you out, and I will see you on the next one. See ya.